Halloween.
I know. It's a very special lunch bunch because several people, three
Over
people,
half the table.
over half of 7, dressed up. Mao is a butterfly, which you can't tell at all from this.
I took my cape and made it into a dress.
I'll show that later. Lindsay is Frida.
Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo. Yeah, I actually I had to watch a long documentary in art school about that.
Fascinating woman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a very good costume. You did a great job on that. Dan is
Joel.
Oh.
I don't have.
Wait, are you dressed up?
Yeah. It's very minimal.
Man,
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
I would normally have a backpack, but like, it's weird to bring
Oh
a
yeah,
backpack
you
into
are
a
Joel.
restaurant.
Okay, yeah. The backpack.
The watch is broken.
Yeah, okay. The backpack would have done it for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
all right.
And Roland is the skipper. I love it so much. So much.
That's what it is.
It's been a long time. It hasn't been on TV in a while. I'm gonna put a picture of Will over here from yesterday. Because Will, you guys went out and did Santa stuff. If I say it like that, it just sounds really bizarre. Yeah, Will's Halloween costume was Santa Claus. It's a good costume. I liked it a lot. And you did you dress up? There's a better view of Mal's dress. She was wearing it like wings at breakfast stream.
It was hard to like eat and stuff.
So. Well, yeah. And I actually had a costume on this morning. I'll show a little clip from the stream so you can see. I had a hat, which I still have. The hat was actually from years and years and years ago. The beard I got the other day at Walmart. And man, that was a low quality prop. I guess I should have known better. It was not terribly expensive, but I was like, beard! But it was made of, these synthetic fibers that were just not very well attached to the beard. And like, I was having difficulty because they just kept getting into my mouth because they disconnected so easily. And when the stream was over and I took the beard off, it was everywhere. I had hundreds of these fibers just stuck to my shirt. So I had to take a lint roller and get them off of my clothes. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be finding these little synthetic fibers forever. But it was a good stream. It was fun. I changed all the alerts. I actually changed the graphics, which I hadn't planned to do until this morning. I went upstairs to get things set up and I was like, yeah, I could 5 minutes in Photoshop. I could whip something up. So I changed it. And I think it was fun. It's nice to do special stuff like that because like, we do breakfast stream twice a week and we do, game streams now once a week. But like, you don't do a spooky stream. So getting a chance to do that was fun. And we also showed off other costumes that people had done because I had asked on Twitter for people to like post photos of themselves in costume. And we got to show some on the stream. So it was fun. It was a really unique stream. And it'll be fun to make like an annual event if we can. So now we're back home. Mal's got to get back to working on Spiral Mountain. Mm-hmm. I talked about it yesterday, but I'm going to haul all of the equipment downstairs and try to start getting things set up today. I'm not exactly sure how long that's going to take, but I figured it's best to do it now instead of staying up super late tomorrow night. As a reminder, Chaz will be here tomorrow night, and it's just in my best interest to just work on it now, start getting things set up, and hopefully it won't take too long. Good Lord. For whatever reason, I was thinking in my head, like, once I get the C-stand down here, then it'll basically be done. Which was stupid. It was really stupid, because I got the C-stand down here, and I was like, wait, there's a lot of other equipment I have to bring. But I can't bring down the equipment until I figure out, like, how we should lay this out. And then it quickly occurred to me that, like, wait, this is hard to lay out. because it's not just Mao and myself, and even just Dan now. There's Chaz. So there's 2 other people, and they need a place to sit. And where they are matters, because like depending on where they are, they may need access to certain things. They may need access to like the audio equipment. For example, Dan is reading donations, so like he can't be too far from the audio interface, which has got to be kind of close to us. And like all of this stuff like started, going through my head, and I realized very quickly, oh, this is more complicated than I was thinking. So, and this will sound crazy, I've spent several hours setting this up, but I finally got it to a point where I'm like, I think this will work. I think it'll work. And keep in mind, as I show you this, nothing is set up yet. Like, it's just physically in its location. For whatever reason, earlier I was like, yeah, I'll have everything done. I'll have like the software stuff done. It'll be great. It'll all be done on Thursday. And now, in retrospect, I'm like, that was stupid. That was really stupid. But let me show you what I got. So, this is where we're going to be sitting and playing games. Obviously, this is going to feel very familiar to Breakfast Stream, partially because it's the exact same couch. So Mal and I, or whoever's playing, will sit here. We got the C-stand. Again, just like Breakfast Stream, we've got the lights, just like Breakfast Stream. The camera looks wild right now, and that's because it's going to move. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but once I have it hooked up and I can see what it sees, then I'll decide where I want it. I've got a table over there with the stream box, the audio interface, the GameCube. Over there is the FrameMeister, which upscales the GameCube. And then over here is Dan's Battle Station. And I also brought my chair down. This is the older chair, because I figured Dan's going to be sitting all day. He's going to want something comfortable to sit in. And I gave him a monitor for the stream box, and there's the stream deck so he can control the audio. He'll have a headset, and I also have a headset for Chaz in case he wants it. And I asked Chaz originally because at the beginning I had them both sitting together. I had them at that table, and I had that table over here. And Chaz was like, I don't need a mic. He's like, and I'm just going to roam around. I can be anywhere. He's like, I might just sit on the floor. And I was like, who are you? But he's right. He doesn't have to be with Dan. So then I left Dan on his own. Left a mic in case Chaz needed it for something. And Chaz can just roam around. He said, he can't sit in the same spot for so long because it'll be painful, because it's going to be like 20 plus hours. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So he's got a table over there he can sit at. He can sit on one of the many couches that we've just thrown into the corner because it's like, where do we put him? If Dan gets too hot in this chair, there's a million chairs behind me of varying materials, so he can choose something else. But I'm hopeful that this will at least work. But again, this is just the bones of the operation. I haven't put the meat and the skin on it yet. I need to actually hook everything up, because everything is not currently hooked up. And then I need to do all the software stuff. And we're making some pretty big changes here. It's very interesting for me hooking it up, because normally when we do streams, the camera and the microphone are hooked up together. So the microphone goes into the camera, and then the camera as one device, as both audio and video, goes into the computer. And what that does is it makes sure that they're always in sync. But last year for Extra Life, we had a bit of an issue where Dan's mic that he was reading donations from wasn't in sync with the mic that we had. And the way that we got around it was that when he hit a button, it turned our mic off and his mic on. But that's not ideal, because sometimes we both want to talk, and if you're doing that, then he sounds clear, but we sound like we're on the other side of the room because we're just coming across his mic. So that's stupid. So this year I'm doing something different, where instead of running the microphone into the camera like we normally would, I'm running it into the audio interface along with Dan's mic, which means that all the audio should be perfectly in sync in theory. I need to test that tomorrow, but that's the theory. What it does mean is that by default, the camera won't be synced up with the audio, but I can fix that. I can make that work. So that's the big change. And once I get that working, things will be good. And then obviously just getting everything set up. Fortunately, we're using the same layout as last year. The alerts are already saved on Streamlabs from last year. So a lot of stuff should be kind of easy to do. It's just a matter of setting up Extra Life on this completely new machine, because we didn't have the Streambox last year. Getting everything ready, getting everything synced, and then of course testing it. And the software stuff is going to have to wait until tomorrow because I've already spent an abnormally long amount of time today working on it. And it's time to stop. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow, throughout the day, I'm going to get this set up. And then tomorrow night we pick up Chaz. And then the ball gets rolling. I'm very excited. I'm a little nervous. I'm always nervous before these events. I'm always good once we get started. Once we get started, I'm in my element. I'm good. But getting everything set up and making sure everything is right, that's hard, especially when you're moving equipment from a spot where everything is like set up and you're like, cool, this works, to down here where you have to reset up everything and set everything up in a new way. That's a little nerve-wracking, but it's fine. I'll get it done tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?